The Niagara region is in the process of building a new trail called the Welland Canal Parkway. It'll run from Port Colborne all the way to St. Catharines. More and more people will find this a great place for things like hiking, biking, and other forms of recreation.
Many places on the trail run near the waters of the Welland Canal. And just like any other workplace, there are dangers you need to stay clear of. In order to fill and drain the locks as ships pass through, the canal system contains a network of channels, reservoirs, and spillways controlled by valves, allowing millions of gallons of water to transfer from one area to another. This powerful movement of water creates potentially deadly currents and vortexes for anyone caught in their grip.
Out of all of the hazardous areas, the ones marked intake are the most lethal.
Even though these dangers are clearly marked, these areas have become popular spots for both boaters and swimmers.
When it comes to swimming, these waters suck.
Literally. Like many areas on Seaway property, this pond near Weir 7 may seem peaceful, but looks can be deceiving. A few years ago, a teenager drowned right here, about 15 feet from where I'm sitting. When the valves are opened at Weir 7 in Thorold, hundreds of thousands of gallons of water drain from this pond through an 8-foot diameter pipe, through the valves and down a spillway. This action quickly creates a powerful swirling vortex not far from shore. At first glance, it may not look strong, but take a look at this. You can see the effect of the vortex here with a life-size dummy. When it is thrown in close to the vortex, it is pulled under in seconds. These signs are here for a reason. It's simple. Don't swim.
This is the intake side of Weir 6 in Thorold. Looks like a great place to swim, right? Wrong. You shouldn't have trouble reading this huge no swimming sign. Yet several people have been killed here over the years just because they ignored the warning. Look at the size of the valves used to control the water levels. When they're open, anyone swimming in this area can be pulled into the steel framework by the powerful suction and be drowned. This spillway on the opposite side is where the water is released. When the water comes through the valves, there's a heavy wave action that would carry away anyone unlucky enough to be caught up in it. All the locks along the canal have large reservoirs to fill them. Judging by the enormous size of these intakes, you can only imagine the force of water flowing from the reservoir into the locked chambers. When these intakes are opened, a swimmer or boater can be pulled in from as far as half a kilometer away. Even the strongest person is no match for this irresistibly strong undertow.
After being filled, the locks must also be drained, and the water inside has to go somewhere. When a ship is lowered, the excess water is released through massive discharge channels connected to the locks. Here's a popular diving area next to Lock 7 in Thorold. Divers jump off the cliff and land into the channel here. But what they don't know is what lies beneath the surface. This is the same area shown during the winter, exposing the large discharge chambers that are hidden underneath. When the lock is drained, these chambers release 56 million gallons in about 7 minutes, creating enormous turbulence that can swallow a swimmer instantly. Diving in here while the water is discharging would be like jumping into a giant washing machine.
As the entrance and exit for canal shipping, both Port Colborne and Port Weller have their own unique hazards to avoid. A popular fishing spot in town, Weir 8 feeds the lock system, the DQ generating station, and General Motors. As you can see by the bubbling water, the backwater currents and undertow here can draw a swimmer or boater into the vortexes created by the discharge valves. where it is unlikely that they would survive.
Riding up Bridge 21 is a popular yet dangerous pastime for teens while they swim nearby. When the intakes are opened and closed to feed factories along the canal, this seemingly calm water can change direction without warning, creating a potentially deadly undertow.
Close to Weir 8, this new footbridge is a part of the Welland Canal Parkway trail system. The bridge is an excellent spot for recreation and a great place to view the old canal, but stay clear of the fast-moving water beneath. The current is incredibly strong and will sweep a person away instantly.
All along the canal, you will see tie-up walls like this one used for mooring large ships. Like giant docks, they may look like inviting places to swim, but don't be fooled. As you can see underneath, these walls are supported by hundreds of wooden pilings. In the shifting currents of the canal, or by the water pressure created by passing ships, a swimmer could easily be forced under the wall into the maze of supports and be lost.
Dangerous water is not the only thing to be aware of on Seaway lands. Although most people aren't aware of it, the St. Lawrence Seaway generates its own hydroelectric power. The Welland Canal is a fascinating place, but jumping into it can be fatal. Waters that may appear safe can turn deadly within seconds. Don't become another statistic.
We all want to have fun, but let's stay safe. Stay on the marked trails, obey the warning signs, and stay clear of the dangerous waters